Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read, and today I'm going to be doing a little bookish Q&A. So I feel like it's been a while since I've done a little Q&A about myself and given you guys some updates. So what I did is I reached out on Instagram and I reached out on YouTube in the community channel and asked you guys to submit some questions to me and I would answer them for you guys. And you guys came through. So there's a bunch of questions to go through. I'll try and do all of them. Hopefully I can get through all of them. And yeah, it'll just give you a little bit more insight on me and my life as a creator, as a person in general. And yeah. So the first one from Instagram, which I find kind of funny, is are you single? And no, I am not single. I live with my partner in our house that we have built our own little libraries in. We have multiple libraries. This one's mine. His is in his office. It also goes into a question that my partner submitted as well, which is how long have you been with your partner? And I think this one was a test, honestly. I think it was a test for me. But we have been together 5 years. So yeah, pretty wild. And then they also asked me, what do you do for a living? And so for those of you that don't know, I actually work as a web developer during the day, and then I do bookish content creation on the side. So yeah, I'm a web nerd. That's me. And yeah, I help run a team for a small graphic design firm in Canada. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of that job. I really enjoy doing it every day, and that's what I do. Okay, back to the Instagram questions. One of them is, what projects are you super excited about right now? And I have a lot of projects on the go. I do like editing on the side, and I do really enjoy editing books as well as doing some lit agent stuff. And then I also really like starting lots of projects of random things. I'm working on some freelance websites on the side. I'm doing a lot of stuff. Like, I'm pretty busy. I also have to work on preparation for this year's reindeer readathon, which comes up in December. I got a little bit of time though to like get ready for that one, so that's good. But yeah, I always have projects on the go, and I'm always excited to try these different projects. I'm really good at starting them. I got to get better at finishing them. So that's something that I got to work on. But yeah, I got a lot on the go, and I'm always excited about it. I liked this question. This is, what is your current favorite snack? And I like the word current because this definitely changes from time to time. Right now, it's something that I haven't had in a long time, but I have been wanting to eat for a while, and that is chocolate pretzels. I love chocolate pretzels. They're so friggin' good. So, yeah, I need to go get me some of those because I've been in a very snacky mood and I want to eat some. But I'm also a very like sweet and salty person, so if I'm eating something, I mean that's perfect because it's pretzels are salty and then they're covered in chocolate. But like yeah, if I'm eating something salty, I need to have something sweet at the same time to kind of like balance it out. Otherwise, I can't eat too much of one or the other. We also have a bakery here that does chocolate chip cookies, but they do like sea salt on top. Oh my god, it is so good. I love them. We get it a lot for work and it's fantastic. A question that was definitely submitted by Katie from Instagram is, how many sweaters have the cats destroyed? And also, how are you? So, first off, I'm good. Thanks, Katie. And they haven't actually destroyed any of my sweaters. They have destroyed other things in the house, but the sweaters are okay. They really like to play with like the little tassels, which I have now gotten the habit of tucking them into my sweater so that they can't get access to them. Because if I'm ever cuddling the cats, that's the first thing they go for. So, yeah, I have to make sure to protect my own sweaters, but they are not destroyed yet, so that's great. Another great question is, how are you balancing everything in life? That is a good question. I don't really know. I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants and just doing whatever I can to get all my projects done. But yeah, I'm just like kind of in like a go, go, go mindset. And I do enjoy breaks from time to time. Um, and I will take them because it's very healthy to have those breaks. But yeah, I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm going a lot. Caffeine. Caffeine definitely helps. One of the questions was, do you plan on writing a book? And I ambitiously started writing a book and I got a page and a half in and then put that project down, and that was like a year ago. I thought I was gonna like commit to it and like keep going, but I only ever got that page and a half written and I never continued. I would like to continue that sometime, but because like I'm constantly in like a go 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 mindset, I think something would need to shift in order for me to be able to give that the time and devotion that I would want to. So I don't really know if that's going to happen in the near future just because I have a lot more projects coming up, but it would be something that I would like to do eventually. I think I would not be able to have a full-time job and do that though. So that's something that like maybe I'll do way down the road. I don't know. It's a thought that's always been in the back of my mind, but I also don't know if I'm like capable of it. I would like to think I am because I read a lot and I edit books, so like I feel like I could, but I don't know. It's something that I would really have to push myself to do. And then another question is, who is your all-time favorite author? I feel like all of you guys know by now. If you're not new to the channel, I am very like outwardly spoken about my favorite author, Pierce Brown, and the Red Rising trilogy and secondary series and graphic novels. I I'm just like obsessed. I love it. And he just came out with a new book called Lightbringer, which I still haven't gotten my hands on because I tried to get it at the bookstore, but then all the copies at the bookstore had like marks on them or rips in the dust jacket, and this is my favorite author, so like I want that book to be in pristine condition, so I'm going to make sure I get like a really good copy. So yeah, I have not received that new one. But another question that goes hand in hand with this is, do you have any special edition books? And so I received Dark Age for my birthday one year from Marcus, and this is the special edition with the snake on the spine, and I absolutely love it. I believe this was an Illumicrate purchase, but yeah, this is my like most prized possession book. I adore this thing. And it's always such a conversation starter because when people are like, they just see the spine, they're so intrigued to know what this book is and what it's about. And I can't really like go into what it's about, but then it like sparks me telling them about the series and getting them onto the series and potentially invested in the series. So yeah, it just helps get more people reading Red Rising. And I love that. Another question from YouTube this time is, what is your favorite and least favorite thing about your cats? So I think my favorite thing is that both cats are very cuddly. Um, they like to snuggle up on you and just like fall asleep. And that's really like nice and comforting if you're ever just sitting on the couch reading a book. And I mean, in the winter, you get really cold. So it's nice to have like a nice little warm cat cuddle up on your chest or on your lap and just heat you up. So that's really nice. And there's something just so soothing about like a cat's purr that is just, yeah, it's great. I love it. So that would probably be my favorite thing. My least favorite thing is our one cat throws up a lot because he eats too quickly. And he's also missing a tooth. So like he doesn't fully chew through his food. So I think that's part of the problem. We've tried like portioning that and it has been getting better because we are now on automatic feeders. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, he does throw up a lot. So I gotta clean that up. And then the other cat likes to chew things like wires. So we've had to put wire protector on pretty much every wire we have in this house because he has gone through a laptop charger. He's gone through wires that connected to computers. Yeah, he's kind of bad for that. So that would probably be my least favorite thing about it. I would really prefer if he didn't do that, but he's a cat. Cats come with quirks, and that's his. Another great question is, how did you get started in Booktube, and what is your favorite type of video to make? So I got started in Booktube because I originally was doing book blogging, and then my partner introduced me to Booktube and kind of got me watching different booktubers talking about their books. And I thought, hey, this is a lot easier in regards to like getting your thoughts out on a book than writing it out in a review. I still do written reviews, but it's so much easier to just talk about the book verbally, for me at least, than coming up with all the thoughts to write them down, which I still do, but like I do both now. I don't know why I didn't switch one for the other. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. And I thought they were just like a fun type of video and a fun type of thing to watch on YouTube. It genuinely got me into the Booktube community, and like I started watching a whole bunch of different bookish creators, and everyone is so creative. Like it's awesome, all the different ideas that people have had. And I just wanted to try and join that community and see how it went. And I did, and I really liked it. And I mean, clearly I'm still here. Um, but yeah, that's kind of how I got started. And then I think my favorite type of video to do is a TBR video because I really like planning out and making lists. I'm a big list maker. I make lists for everything because I feel accomplished when I get to check things off on these lists. And so I really like doing TBRs, even if I don't complete them, because at least I have like a set plan for what I'm going to read in a month. And then I feel very accomplished when I complete a book. I can check it off and put it on like the finished pile. It feels really good. And yeah, also a lot of my TBRs are kind of like creative TBRs because they're usually for like readathons or something. So I try and have fun with it in choosing the books that I'm going to read, and I always get really excited to make those videos. Another question is, would you ever do a video on your favorite or least favorite memoirs? I probably wouldn't, just because I don't typically read memoirs. I'm not like a huge fan of the nonfiction genre, so I don't think I would have enough content from myself to like make a full video on that. Now, that being said, if I do read more nonfiction books, then maybe I could do like a video about my favorites out of that bunch. But it's not like something that I typically go for, so I don't really have much to say about it. And then another very general question, which is, how did you come to love books? I honestly have just been reading since like grade one. I always have been fascinated with books. I don't even know. Like I have pictures that my mom showed me of when I'm like a 5-year-old child lying in bed, like passed out with all these books just open because I was trying to read them all at the same time. And clearly I tuckered myself out. And so I'm literally like drowning in a pile of books at the age of 5. I don't know. I just think my mom's a big reader. So she has always been passing on books to me. And then I just got really interested in reading when I was super young and wanted to keep going. And always when we had like little reading buckets in our classroom, and you could like take the books out like a library and take them home and read them. And I would always read like everything that was in the reading bucket and ask the teacher for more because I would finish everything that they had. So I don't know. It's just always been something that like has really pleased me and been something that I've always had like a huge interest in. And then the last question from YouTube is, do you remember what your first favorite book was? Oh, that's a good one. I don't remember what exactly it was, but I'm pretty sure it was one of the Magic Treehouse books. And that's dating me a little bit, but if you know what the Magic Treehouse books are, they're like a huge series that I read when I was a kid. It was about these two kids that had this magic treehouse, and they would go into the treehouse, and then when they were in the treehouse would take them somewhere. So you could go to like prehistoric times, you could go to like Roman times. You didn't know where you were gonna go, but they would go on like adventures, and yeah, it was really cool. It was a fun series to follow along with, and they were super easy books to read as a kid. So I'm sure it was one of those ones. I think I had a favorite out of them, but that series went on forever. There was like 40 or 50 books in that series. So yeah, they were good though. They were good. And then I have two final questions, both from Marcus. One of them is, popular book you have no desire to read. Um, I honestly, I feel bad saying this, but I think it would probably be Babel or Babel. I don't know how to say that word. That book, I don't know. I don't really have an interest to read it. I don't know why. It didn't spark anything in me when it came out. I've seen other people talk about it. It seemed pretty cool, but I just don't have any desire to pick it up. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't really have a reason. I just don't feel like it. I've been into like thrillers lately. I mean, I'm always into thrillers, but I've been especially in like a thriller kick lately, so I'll probably just keep going for those to be honest. But yeah. And then the last one is best and worst movie adaptations. Um, I would say best adaptation is like a toss up between The Hunger Games and The Lord of the Rings. I think those ones are fantastic. They did such a good job. Although I can't really say because I didn't read The Lord of the Rings. Like I've only seen the movies. I read The Hobbit, and then I watched that series. I didn't really like the Hobbit adaptations very much. I'm just gonna stick with Hunger Games for this one. And then worst adaptation, I don't know. Worst adaptation. Oh, also, side note back to best adaptations. Heartstopper. Buongiorno. I don't think that's the right thing to say, but I really liked that one too. So yeah, that's a good one for like top adaptations. I would say worst adaptations are probably A Series of Unfortunate Events, the TV show. I did not really like Neil Patrick Harris as the bad guy. I can't even remember his name right now. I thought that Jim Carrey from the movie did amazing, and like that movie was really good, but yeah, that adaptation I was not a huge fan of. So probably that. Anyways, that's it for my video, my little Q&A on me. So yeah, thanks for asking all the questions, everyone. I really appreciate it, and I hope this gave you some more insight into a little bit more about me. If you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and a Coffee page, which I'll put in the description down below, as well as a link to my bookmarks. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you get notified when I post new videos. I post my videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And until next time, keep on reading.